週月水金の週業オンラインマージャンを1時間ほど打ち、土曜の夜にはマージャン会館に行く。対局ではツボ上がり、ビーチ上がり、漫画上がりを最低でも1回は達成するようにした。マージャンの話は以上。他に聞きたいことはあるだろうか。
Hello? Hello? Oh, I'm here. I'm here. I'm ready to play some mahjong. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, got one thing. Hold on. Gotta do. There we go. Nice. Ahem, 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 ahem. Oh, sorry, I gotta clear my throat. I feel like it's morning time for me, so in the morning my voice is usually way lower than usual. But I'm excited to stream. I'm excited to play some mahjong today. I'm being a little bit quieter too, so you'll have to let me know if I'm being too quiet. If you have a hard time hearing me, just adjust my audio slightly. There we go. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to play. I haven't played it for a bit. We're in Expert 2 trying to get into Expert 3. I'm just on the grind. I might switch over to do some Ricci City because I haven't done Ricci City in a while later, but we'll see how I feel. I feel like recently I've been playing a lot of Stardew Valley off stream on a different account. So, you know, one of the reasons, admittedly, I haven't been streaming as much is that I am no lifing Stardew Valley off stream. And I could stream it, but just sometimes I just don't want to talk, and I think that's usually fine. But I feel like one of the things I like to do on stream is talk with people, and I feel like, you know, like if you're streaming, you might as well just chit chat a little bit, at least have some real conversations with people who are there if they're there. Let's drop the 6p here because the 7p, I kind of want to keep the 9p as an option. We could have also dropped 1, 2 and just like locked in 3s as the pair for the hand. But I don't know. I still have hopes that like I can get like a little bit of points, like Ricci Ping Fu with a little Dora point from the 9p. We'll see how that goes. You know, it may not work out. It may not work out. I'm so tired. I slept early though. I got to sleep early last night, so it's kind of weird that I'm so tired. I'm looking forward to. Well, let's just get rid of the 1, 2 here, and we'll just kind of like push it into end game a little bit sooner by just locking in the 3, 3 as the pair of the hand. Yeah, so I've been no lifing Stardew Valley off stream. It's so fun. 1.6, I feel like Concerned Ape, the dev, put so much time and effort into making the game very unique and you know, like adding like truly new game elements. I just think that he has a very good sense of game design and game development and how, you know, how to play with features. I think he just does it so well. I don't often need like super exciting games or super like flashy games or great graphics. I just care about gameplay a lot, which, as you can see, is why I play mahjong most of the time. It's why I play mahjong most of the time. You know? Let's see. Drop 1s here. Yeah. There's something like it's very calming about mahjong, even though like I get pretty worked up sometimes just because, you know, like not to understate it. I get pretty worked up sometimes about the game just because I get so into it. But most of the time I find mahjong to be like incredibly calming. It's a very nice meditative game. We're just gonna lock on this. I just hope someone throws away the 7p. That's really nice. I think at least like we're in a position where at endgame we're making people feel more self-conscious about what they throw away, knowing that I'm Ricci'd. And I think the 7p drop is not likely, but you know, if we do get it, it's good. And at least we force everyone else to be kind of like more mindful about what they are throwing. I think there's an exception with Toyman because look, they threw away the 9p the Dora tile, so they must also be at endgame. They had toy. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, that worked out for me pretty well. What was that emote though, or not emote? What was that animation? Was it a monkey? So cute. Let's see. I'm gonna throw away south. Throw away south here. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I think south is a good throw. I might throw away north here. I might throw away 1-2. 1-2. I feel like, but before I do that though, I should kind of get rid of some of the other options that are less likely. So probably drop white. If I'm honest, I'll probably drop white. Yeah, drop white first. Keep the west just because it's our seat. They did different animations for April Fool's Day, I guess. That's so cute. So cute. I'll drop west. I think I probably should commit this to be the pair for the hand, but I kinda don't want it. Let's drop 6S here. I'm loath to throw away the Dora, but I probably have to. Yep. Drop white again. Okay. Drop 1P. Okay, I might switch this into like a 3, 4, 5. I'm forgetting my terms right now. Oh, I should have been more mindful. They were obviously doing Hinitsu. I wasn't paying attention. Could have dropped bird instead. I was thinking of like doing IPK there. I'll be okay. Let's drop east. I kind of probably should drop the 1P. This 4P is Dora, and like the 2-4-6 shape is actually pretty good shape when you have a Dora in the middle. You can pick up a 3 or a 5P there. That's not so bad. Well, let's drop green. You have a lot of pairs too, like the 9, the 8, the 3, the 7M. So there's also a possibility that this hand becomes an accidental chi toy just because of its composition. And I wouldn't be mad with that. I think that would actually work out pretty well. Let's drop the 2S here because this is a complete triplet. We could also toy this hand if it felt like it. There we go. This might be a toy hand just because, or Saranko, like a 3 secret triplets kind of hand. Which I don't think is a bad one to push, honestly. And I might take some puns. Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably gonna take some puns. This is not a true tempai right now. I might end our game with Dora Tonki. I'm just seeking that out. We'll see. There's also a possibility we just like draw the 6 and then like we can have to drop Dora. Which is what it is, but I'm gonna drop 3M. It's not so bad. Con. Let's con. Con for content. Let's drop the 6 in here. Look at this person. They've dropped like all their character tiles. All their manzu. This is furry 10 right now. Oh, they recheated. My. Unexpected, considering they dropped all those manzu tiles. On the bright side, we're not too far away from stealing third back. From Toyman, who's I think just had a more unfortunate run than us. I want to drop 1S. Dropping 1S would be good. Yeah, like that. And then maybe green. I don't know, maybe like white drop or 9. There's a possibility for a 789 SSK here. So I might just keep this as a 789 SSK, like a repetition of 3 789s across different suits. Let me just drop west here. I think this kind of works. No? I may just break the SSK possibility just because I just want a more flexible conclusion. I kind of need like I need more blocks. So when you're playing by 5 block theory, which is really helpful for kind of coming up with your hands, like you want to have like 5 groupings of tiles. So this is one grouping, 6, 7, 8. This 1, 1, 2 is another grouping. It could become a number of different things. So, it's good to kind of have on hand. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Could be a pair or a triplet. It could be a 1, 2, 3, 2. And then there's the 7 could be a possible pair, but you could also split the 7. I mean, I feel like I can't now, just because the 9S in discard, I put it in discard. That was my own doing, and that would put me in furry 10 because I would need the 9S to complete, like, if I split 6, 7, 7, 8 into 2 separate blocks. We'll just lock. We'll lock with this. Since we're a dealer, it's better to kind of take on this position. That's fun, yeah. At least I'm not a furry 10. Dropping the 7S was the best move there. We're waiting on 1-4, so this is Richi Pingfu. It'll probably get me 2 Han points, which is good. That'll push me into 20k point value if I get it. I feel like waiting on a 1-4 is not too bad because people usually get rid of terminal tiles out of the thought that terminal tiles like 1s or 9s or other tiles that are towards the ends of the number lines are safer to throw away. Because you certainly don't want to throw away tiles in the middle of the number line, that are really helpful for people completing like shapes and sequences. So hopefully we'll get the 1 and the 4. 1 and the 4P. My discard's making me really nervous though, because like I'm on autopilot right now in this endgame. Like once you've locked in your Richi, you can't change it. So you just kind of have to hope that you don't draw something that is like incredibly valuable for someone else. Yeah, that worked out. Nice. Nice tempai. That just means we get to repeat this hand. We also position ourselves into third, which is nice. We're not too far from second, so we can go ahead and push ourselves for that. But this kind of hand, we could go Tanya and just eat, because like the hand, when we're talking about going Tanya, the hand is very simple. And by simple, it means there's not a lot of terminal tiles in here. You know, like we have a lot of tiles in the middle. It kind of works that way. So we could push that in that direction. Take a couple of puns. We can take a couple of other types of movements. I would probably pun the 2P or the 2S here because they're kind of close to the terminal material. This hand could also be Toy Toy as well, but probably not. Probably not. I'm gonna drop 3P here. I think 468 is a pretty good shape if you want to pick up on using the Dora tile. Yeah, that's kind of working out for me actually. Do that. 456. And then you want to pun either the 2S or the 2P. So as soon as that becomes available, I'll con actually for content. Conning for content. I really love how they do the animations for April 1st. It's so cute. That con animation that just popped in. That was so cute. So cute. I love it. And again, we're open to eat a 5 or a 7S. We don't need the 6P, so we can drop that. But when you're dealer, you basically want to go as quickly as possible. You know, you're trying to go for speed. That's the deal. That's the dealio. Ooh, I could have used that 5S, but hopefully someone else will drop another one. Don't drop it. Or 7S actually would be really helpful. I just draw it myself. I just draw it myself. That'd be even more helpful. Or I would take a pun. More likely, I feel like the more likely thing that'll happen is we just take a pun, honestly, on either 2P or 2S, and then we just wait out like that. We just wait out. Oof. The 7S wait, I just chose that because there's more 7S's. Yeah. And I'd Zimot it, so that was perfectly good. And we kind of get our 2-Han win and get a little bit extra from this guy who had Richi'd, and we pushed ourselves into second. So now our goal is to steal first. And that's a pretty good goal because we're in East 4, as long as I don't make any like major mistakes. I think I should probably be fine. Drop this out here. I'm gonna drop 1S as well. The 1P is Dora, but it's kind of useless. Yeah, let's drop Bird first. I could drop Red, but I might keep it for a second. I might just drop Dora first, just because, again, it's like kind of useless. It's so far away from other tiles. Like, the best that you could hope for is making a 1-2-3 sequence, or maybe using it as a pair. But I have so many pair options that could kind of get me to endgame faster. But I don't want to use it. My discards right now are all terminals and honors as well, which is its own kind of like, you get points for that too. But probably not for long. I think like what I want to do with the hand is probably well, I mean, now it's looking like there's tons of pairs, so I don't really. You could go Chitoy on it. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs. Usually when I get 5 pairs, I lock in for Chitoy. And all my decisions are kind of based on trying to force Chitoy after a bit. But instead, here, I'm just gonna shift the hand so it's all about flexibility. Okay, yeah. We're gonna shift the hand so it's all about flexibility. And by flexibility, I mean like the ability to turn this hand into just like a mixed hand of sequences at any given point. The 3-4-4, for example, could become 3-4-5, 2-3-4. The 2 that just arrived is actually really helpful because I could lock in the 9P as the pair, drop this one, and then like again try and force other things. We'll just wait though, because we kind of need like more tiles to help us decide what the final configuration of blocks is going to be. Right now, it's just kind of a mix of things. Not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, I don't mind being second. This is a nice hand, though. It's very Hanitsu, so I might push that way. We might drop 1-5. I'll pawn. I'm just gonna commit to the Hanitsu. Just because I can see like a bunch of puns in this hand. They're kind of nice. I probably want to drop this green in a second. I'm gonna drop the 5 first, just because it's more dangerous. Look, everyone drop green. That's fine. let's shit. Drop 6p. Drop 3p. I think we drop east first, right? I'm gonna drop west and north after. This hand is like pretty close to completion, actually. It's not too bad. And you know, I'm pretty sure they can all tell that I'm going for either a Hanitsu or Chinitsu at this point. Yeah, I think that's pretty clear. Should be pretty clear. I really like what I picked up as well. This 4S, like I can pun. Oh. Let's not throw in this 5p right now. We may need to fold. Just because, okay, 2 people are reaching now, pun. YOLO. I survived that. I can't believe I did. YOLO. Okay. I live. Oh. Pick up wrong done. Okay. I wonder, so you know when they did the Ricci animation and it was like a monkey? I wonder if that monkey is going to be part of the game or not. Part of Mahjong Soul, at least, like characters. I haven't seen it yet. Like, what? Is that a monkey that's associated with a character? I have no idea. Maybe it is. Maybe it exists already in the world of Mahjong Soul. I'm gonna drop 1-9. Oh, okay. I will just very slowly and cautiously do this. Do my best. Oh, Tsumo. Amazing. Ah, Sugoi opponent. That was an amazing hand. I feel like I should, if I have a posy emote, I could give them. Because I really liked that hand that they did. They're still 4th, but that was a really good one. Well, there's not a good one that kind of fits the mood there. I was like gonna emote to just kind of congratulate them, but I couldn't fit. Maybe this one? the chi animation that we just saw is so unhinged. What the heck was that? They're on the warpath. They're really trying to win back their position. Which is good for them. I kind of don't want to drop this red 5 though, because it looks like they have a very Hanetsui hand, you know? I won't need to either. I think like this will be sufficient. I just need 1 pun of either the south or the... Actually, not just the south. A south pun would be really good. Let's drop the 2M here now. Because I feel like it's going to be more dangerous later. Can't pun this. Let's drop 4S. Yeah, we'll keep this 5-6 here. I could push into Hanetsu. It's just like I'm kind of nervous about. I'm actually, let's just push for Hanetsu. Let's just push for Hanetsu. I was a little bit nervous, but I just think like in the first, we're still in the first line. Just drop Dora and just push for Hanetsu. And I didn't need to do that actually because I have a much easier hand here, but it's good. It's good. It's fine. We live. Doitsu. It's a 5. Yeah, I think yeah, this gets us Tenpai, and we just need a 1 or a 4. It should be pretty obvious. Oof. Yeah, see, this is this is why dropping, like, it was pretty obvious what Shmuel wanted as far as like tile materials. Luckily, we're dealer right now for the last hand, so we can try again to get something a little bit better for us. I'll probably drop green first. And I think east probably as well. I don't know. I might drop 9-8 just to have more flexibility with the hand. I can drop east. I could drop 5p just looking at the blocks that this hand could be. I think 9m is also like a good choice for drop. North is fine as a drop too. Possibly e2 hand here. 5p does kind of stand out as like, kind of isolated from other things, but it as a number in the middle of the number line, it's more easy to pick up tiles around 5p as well to make things of it. Let's drop the 9-8 just so I don't have to make too many terminal sequence material tiles. I think dropping 9m would have been the smarter move there too, because like 6-8, if you pick up a 7, it completes 6-7-8. But I like the 5-7 option a little bit more than 9-8. 2p here doesn't do anything for us, so we can drop 2p in a little bit. I might also just drop 9m earlier on. That kind of cuts off the possibility of Itsu though. And Itsu is, like, I'm not too far away from Itsu. But now I feel like I have to kind of commit a different way. I feel like I kind of have to commit a different way. Let's drop 9 here. 6 is kind of nice. Not really, it's just kind of there. The 5. Let's drop the 8. Where Ishan 10? I think ideal situation would pick up a 2 or a 5s to 5, 7m. 4s is I think the better drop here. And then we could just move into endgame for us. Just waiting. Okay. That's a little nerve-wracking for a second. Skip. Skip. 7p drop. I don't know if we're gonna get this. I would ideally like to steal second, but it may not be possible just because, like, at the point that we're at, it's just gonna take a lot longer to get things done. Yeah. I think we're gonna be in the fight of our lives right now. It's just like endgame, the awkwardness of this endgame. Okay, so let's just look at all our options. Yeah, I think this is the best one. So we're waiting on the 2-5. 2m actually appears to be a safe tile based off of the fact that Shimo, who's also Recheat, has thrown it away. I just breathed this out. So stressed there. Never mind. We got roaned. We didn't get roaned done, but they got it before us. So they might have even stolen first. Shimo like went from bottom to top with a Baimon hand. Really good. Good for them. I don't mind being third to that because it was just like a really good hand. Honestly just a really good hand. I kind of don't want to be a Sam anymore. I don't like being a guy. I was just like on him just to develop the point value. Let's see if I could be someone else. Who should I be? I'll be Carrara. Yeah. I bought the skin. I'm gonna admit, I bought the skin. I bought the skin. Carrara's my favorite character. One of my favorite characters. I just like Yaros a lot. Oh my gosh, I'm in a Nyan Cat lobby. I'm in a Nyan Cat lobby. They're all default cats. Oh no, it's good. It's good. Let's do this. Our Yakuman situation is already kind of determined, so we don't have to really. We can eat and pong and whatever. We can do anything we want. Chat. I think like maybe the tactic here is to try an AP if we get a chance, or to get an AP. But we can get into endgame fairly quickly. I need a pair. I forgot that I need a pair in this brick. Well, we'll just be on the lookout for something that could be a pair. We'll just be on the lookout for something that could be a pair. On. Drop the west. Could have kept west as like a, I don't know, like a endgame pair option, because west seems like a really safe tile. But we'll do this instead. I like this just because the 1S is Dora, and we could wait on a 1 or a 4. It feels fairly safe, I think, is what people would kind of conclude. But there's very few 1s left. There's like one more 1 left. And if we had tossed the 1 and kept the 8, the 7-8 would have been more flexible. But again, we're really more concerned with having a pair for concluding hand. And all the 1s are gone. Frick. The 5 is also Dora. Let's drop the 1S here. 5 is also Dora. I'm going to try something else. The 4S weight, it's fine, but it's not like the best. I still have hopes that we might get... Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. We're locked in. Someone's going to do that or pun it. Surprisingly, they didn't. They thought about it for a really long time, though. They don't know that I'm waiting on a 6p. They don't know that. But they're also very unlikely to throw it. Ideal situation for us, if we can't get the 6p through hook or through crook, is that we get a 4p, we drop 7p, and we just allow our... Or we get an 8p. We get either a 4 or a 7p, and then we wait on a more open tempai. This too. This Sean Pon wait is so stupid. I love it. I love how stupid it is. 9p is likely to be thrown away. I mean, I don't think someone's going to throw away the 5p, but... There we go. Nice win. And we pick up a little bit of a 1 extra Hana there. Yep. Perfect. All right. Let me drop west. Drop white green. I think is also good. 2p might be a good drop. 2p might be a good drop. Drop white. Yeah. It's pretty good. Drop green. Okay. I think 2p would be a good choice, yeah. Couple pair options here. South first. A couple of different pair options here, like the 1, the 8. This 6 is a little bit extraneous right this time. It's okay. Drop the 6p, it's extraneous. We really need like another 1 or a 2 here, maybe like a 7 here. That'd help us lock in what the final pair is. Drop the 1M here. I could have also kept that. Because I do need another block. An awkward position right now because I'm like if I kept the 6p, that might have been a tactic as well, and just like drop the 6m. I just had like, I don't know. It actually, that doesn't matter as much. This 7p I can't accept because I would be free 10 with it. Oh, I have to actually be a little bit more mindful. We may want to just fold just because like this person looks like they're doing either a toy hand, a Hinitsu, or a Chinitsu. And it's too bad that we just dropped that 3s. It would have been so helpful. Drop 3m. We're folding. We're folding this hand, I think. Unless we unless we get unless we get another 3s. Oh, that shit is so goofy looking. I'm gonna drop the 1s because they're safe. I'm just like fully, because I messed up in this, so I'm just fully gonna not drop any pins and just go for a safer hand, so I don't have to put myself in a scary position of dealing into this monstrosity right here, which is again either a Jinitsu or a Hanitsu, and with some Dora stuff in it as well. That makes me nervous. Let's do this. 8s is actually safe to drop, so I'm just gonna see, this wants me. It's no. We're just gonna drop 8s and just like position the hand in a different direction. And just go for safety. 2s is actually safe to drop, so I'm probably gonna drop 9m first. Yeah, north is safe to drop. 2s is safe to drop. Like we're in a fairly good position for endgame just because we know what's relatively safe. Is 4s safe? 4s is safe to drop, so we might even keep this. See, like if I had dropped 3p, that would have been really helpful. But I feel like this is like 3p is cursed. We're in Tenpai, by the way. Yeah. See, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. At least we didn't deal into that. I think I could have comfortably dropped 3p at any time, though. Well, you know, this is being safe. We're in second right now by default, just because of that round. Let's drop 9p here. And 9s is also a pretty good choice for drop. Drop east as well if we wanted to. Drop 9. Yeah. Then we'll drop east. It's a good choice. Red is actually a good choice to drop right now. It's just more red and discard. Yeah, I think east is the next logical drop for us. Actually, no, it isn't. Green is. Yeah. I need to figure out what the pair for this hand is going to be. East we can pun. I think I might drop 9-7 and just hope that something catches here. The 4-6-8 is a pretty good shape. 9-7 is probably the more rational drop there of these. I still need a pair, but that's of less consequence to me. We could just end up in the end with the east as the pair. Let's keep that. Let's drop 8p. Because I've already dropped 9p. We'll just shift the hand a little bit. Drop 9p. Shift the hand a little bit because this 2-3-4 is one block. 6-7 can be another block with either a 5 or 8. 3-4 is another block. 6-7 is another block after that. I also thought about dropping 3-4 or 6-7 just so they're not competing for the same 5. 4-6-8 again would be like still like a pretty reasonable good shape. But I kind of need the flexibility. Like if you end up picking up a 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 offers you a degree of flexibility that you probably wouldn't see elsewhere. Now at this point, we probably should. And I'm probably going to drop 3, 4 just because I see there's 2-2s in discard. So there's less likely a chance for me to pick up a 2 than their other tiles. So we might as well just drop the 3, 4. South here is completely useless, so we could drop it as well. We're tempai. We're waiting on. We're possibly using the east as the pair for the hand. Probably wouldn't pun it at this point, just because like I don't have a pair. We're already in tempai, and there's just not a good choice for me. Yeah, just reach you this. Oh fuck! Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, they're stupid Cheeto. Sorry. I just got mad seeing that. I was like, damn it. Not with this. Not like this. Okay, let's do this. Drop south when we get a chance. Hmm. Skip. Drop 9. I'm gonna drop south again. Okay. Drop 1. Hmm. Yeah, drop 1. Skip. 2 kind of works out here. Drop east. 4, 6, 8. Kind of a good shape. We can drop 6s here. I mean, I could split 2, 3, 3, 4 into 2 sequences, lock in 2s as the pair for the hand. I might do that. There's also an E2 possibility embedded in this hand, so I could also go for that as well. Like, if we get option to eat a 5M or just have a 5M in the hand, I might push it. And just pick that up, drop 3M, wait on the 1 over 4. Skip. We'll skip that. Let's drop 6, 8, just because the 3, 4 is more flexible. Fairly flexible, at least. Drop this 9. It's less useful to us. 6P was the next kind of rational drop for us. I feel like people aren't really into the ping tiles right now, like the dot tiles. They're not as into them as I would expect. Drop. Okay. The 7 it kind of works actually. We can drop 3M. We're Ishan 10 right now. We're Ishan 10 right now. It's gonna be Richi Pinful. Conclusion. Except that this person beat us to it. Is dropping 3M gonna be more of a problem? I don't know. I don't know. It might. 8P is a safe drop, at least. Figure this out. What can I get away with for that? Skip. 7P. I think we're just gonna have to play it by ear and just see what we get. So, you know, like if I deal in, it is what it is, but I also, you know, like right now. I think we'll be fine. We're just not gonna win this hand, and that's fine. Ideal situation, Shimo wins off of Kami, pushes Kami below us by just like completely owning them. Nope, nope. Ooh, okay. 1 Han hand, okay. Alright. Alright. Let me see here. Drop the 1P. Let me drop 1S next. Okay, That's good. Drop red. Okay. White, I think, is the best drop there. We'll drop east and west after. And, like, you know, kind of with an unclear sense of what would be safe to drop. I think, like, dropping the east and the west would work fine. I think they really would work fine for this. Okay. Let's drop east again. It's kind of bad that was happened, but it is what it is. Okay. Probably should have kept the 4P and just drop east instead. Kind of works. It works. Yeah. I'm gonna drop 9Ps. I think I'm just gonna fold this hand because I just don't have like an excellent hand here. I'd rather just fold. Options are not great. Okay, there you go. I think this puts me in fourth though. Yeah, unfortunately. We're all under 30K though, so I'm not too worried. Let's get rid of the north first. 3347. That's pretty good. Get rid of the white, maybe. Go to the north. Yeah, like that. Yeah, 9M drop there. That's pretty good. Nice drop. Yep. Oh, I want to drop 6P so badly here. Drop west. Frick. Drop white. Drop 6P. No. Drop 2M here. I think we're gonna have to drop the 5M. We're east on 10 right now. We could do Sananko. That might be nice. Because there's like a couple of different pair options. In addition to the triplets here. Yeah, I think I might go for that. As a possibility. I don't know. It really depends. If I get an 8P, it'd be so much easier to just wait on the 1-4. 4P. You could also hope for a weird Shanpan hand by drawing the 1-4P ourselves. That kind of tips the scale. Yeah, we'll do Sananko. I'm gonna just take this gamble just because I think it's I think like the 9P drop is pretty reasonable to wait on. Even 6P is not too bad. Even 6P is not too bad. Yep, there we go. Sananko. Nice, nice. 5 Han on that, 8k up. And that puts us in first. It was a good gamble. I'm gonna drop east and west here, just because we're in south now, and east and west valueless. Okay, that's pretty good. Drop 1p. Dropping 1p, yeah, that's pretty nice. That's comfy right there. I think I'm gonna drop red and green next. I could have also kept red and green, dropped 2s, but I need more blocks, so I'm gonna keep that 2s for a little bit. The green drop is okay. I think 9 drop is next. Or again, it could drop the 9p drop. Could drop the 2s. I don't know why I'm keeping this north. I should probably drop this sooner rather than later. I have other pair options. Like, I don't want to keep this around. Oh, fuck. I threw away the 6M by accident. Okay, that's fine. It is what it is. I misclicked. Oh, hi, Oracle. Hello. How are you? I'm gonna drop 9 here. This is good. I'm gonna drop 2s. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Okay, I think we drop 3M here. Mm-hmm. 7s is not needed here. I'm tired. How about you? I'm feeling pretty good. It's morning for me. I woke up feeling like ready to play mahjong. Italian restaurant. I love spaghetti. Who doesn't love spaghetti? I was going to talk about that in a little bit. I just like am warming up. Like my brain is, it's mahjong built right now. I'm just thinking about like hand, like what hand is going to be best. But I was going to have a chat today about my favorite childhood restaurant, which was an Italian restaurant. And the only Italian restaurant I've ever eaten at that was an Italian restaurant. I've not eaten at other Italian restaurants. I have no idea what they're like. Okay, that was interesting. Yeah, good on them. I'm still first somehow on that. We're going into South too. I'm dealer. Time to get super aggressive. We could do a Hanetsu hand. I should have considered doing the Hanetsu hand first and then drop the 4p, the 3, the 8s. But we can do that now. But we'll just go into Hanetsu. I did not need to drop that north. I could have kept it as like extra padding for the Hanetsu hand that I will inevitably create to destroy my nemesis. We can take a pun or two as well. Like we could pun 8p, we could pun 3m. Sorry, 8m, we could pun 3m. East and discard. The 2p doesn't do anything for us, but it's not bad. Nice tile to throw away. East, we may want to consider throwing away. Again, we can pun 8m, we can pun 3m. There's the other will end up becoming the pair option. And we're basically each on 10 right now. We're in a really good position. We're in a really good position. It's just a matter of like, will someone throw out the right tiles for us to get into this, or will we draw it ourselves in some fashion? We may want to drop 3M and wait on the 2-5 because of the flexibility. It's like a number of ways we could go about doing this hand. Mm-hmm. We'll just have to see what gets thrown out at us. We can eat, we can pun. Yeah, we'll just do this. It's quite simple. It's so hard waiting for numbers around the door. I know. Like, will someone throw away the 5M? I don't know. It'd be weird if they did. This person must be an endgame to throw away the 6M like that. They're not worried about that. Interesting. Interesting. Up. Run. Nice. Very nice. And that puts us in a very good position in South 2. We're at 40k. We're pretty far up there. I just need to not make any terrible moves. In the next couple minutes, I need to not make any terrible moves. Possibility of a Yakuman here. Sorry, not, blah, 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 possibility of a giant hand here with like dragons, either 3 little dragons or big Daisangan, big dragon. I might push for Hanitsu as well and just like destroy someone's life with this hand. Mm-hmm. Okay. Interesting. Bird. Hmm. 3M. If a 3P comes up, I might eat it and just drop 9P. I don't know. I haven't decided yet quite like what I want to do there. Suba. 678. Are you using the Windows client? No, I'm not using the Windows client. I don't know. I really like the web browser. Is that wrong? Is that wrong to say that I just really enjoy I enjoy the web browser? Oh yeah. Let's push for this. Daisangan possibility. Very nice draw. The white tile there. Mm-hmm. Okay. Could have been. Let's drop the 3P now. Oh, you recheat? Okay. 4P is actually a safe drop. It has the Yakuman animations. Oh, yeah, I didn't know. I'm gonna drop 4P. It's too bad that I dropped 3, 4, and now I'm gonna have to drop 5. But you know, like, I just hope that this doesn't deal me in. Man, these draws. I know. Hi, Tiny Slugs. It's good to see you. Yeah, I am so scared. I'm scared. Success gonna get. Yep, I knew it. Hello. Yeah, it's been a while. Which it's so funny. They just had this like tiny little two-han hand, and they had no idea this entire time that I could dragon. Just because I'm so far up, like I don't mind losing it. We just need to kind of finish out the game like pretty quickly if we can. I'm gonna drop east here and west. And possibility of Itsu, in the Manzu suite, in the character tile suite. Let's drop that. Yeah, this is kind of nice. Like the Itsu possibilities are rising, so I think we want to drop 9S though. The 9S is pretty. Okay. Let's drop 9S, please. Okay. I wonder, 1M should be pretty okay. The person's reached, so that does kind of make me a little bit more nervous, but it should be fine. Okay. 1M is a safe drop. I'm trying to push for Itsu here, so if we see a 7M, I probably want to eat it. Drop 1M first. Yeah, I think that'd probably be a good idea. If we see a 7M, let's like go for it. 7M or a 4M. Not the 2. 2 p.m. gonna drop. That long wait was really stressful. 4M, they dropped it. It's a safe tile. You can give it to me. You wanted. Extra 6 here. Okay. Yep, they're dropping. Someone's dropping all the tiles that I want. Very annoying. 2S is actually a safe drop. I'm gonna drop it. Or a 5S comes along. Actually, let's drop 6S here. There's a possibility we could go for more of a Hanitsu with this hand. I think the smarter move would actually just be to fold. Be to fold like a little baby. Because there's like... I don't need to win. I don't need to win. 7B drop, is that okay? Weirdly, that was okay. Weirdly, that was okay. Skip. I'm gonna drop 1 here. I'm just gonna fold. I just don't... We could accidentally cheat toy. I think I'm just gonna fold. I just don't want to jeopardize myself in this game. I'm just gonna play it like super safe and just like let them win their 1 Han hand or whatever they have on deck. TP it safe. Yep. Just play it safe. There we go. Yep. They just went a little bit off me. We're repeating South 3, which is kind of annoying. Because I just want to get this over with. This hand is not particularly impressive. I don't think we're going to get anything with this hand. It would just take too long to make. So let's just like push for... We may end up folding pretty much in this hand. We're just going to drop our honor tiles just because they're the most obvious drops right now. And then after that, probably drop 1M. Yeah. Just want to get rid of these because they're non-value hands. Non-value tiles, I should say. They don't get you anything. Okay. Yeah, not bad. I don't know. Maybe I should have dropped 1-2 instead. I think I probably should have dropped 1-2 instead. The 1-3, like 3 can kind of become like a pivot tile around which other material can be pushed. Yeah, I think I'm going to drop 1-2 instead. Like if you pick up a 4 here, for example, you can wait on the 2-5. 4S is the pair in the hand. I just need... I'm like Ishan 10. I just need like 1 more piece to kind of make this work. You could also always do a weird Shanpan wait on the 1M 4S. Or P drop, I think. Ideally, you just pick up a 2M, you just drop 1M, and you're just waiting on the 5-8. lock in 1Ms as the pair and just like transition this into a 4-5-6, like 6-7 split. Just get rid of this pair option. I think I might just do that. Make things a little bit easier on myself. Go with like a Richi Ping Fu kind of deal. Nice. Okay. Good. We're moving into South 4 finally. Now, again, I don't need to win, but I do need to hope that Shmo doesn't get anything. Because, you know, it is what it is. If we could just, like, not deal in and not let Shmo win, that'd be great. That would be fantastic. Drop 9S here. 4, 5, 5, 6, 5, 6, 6. Okay. I think I might just do like a mixed hand. Yeah, I might just do a mixed hand. I'm going Tanya for this right now, just for speed. P as the possible pair for the hand, and then just like eat my way into the success for the hand. I mean, I would need better draws though. Yeah, could I get a little, like, could I have Kami help me out a little bit, or could I get better draws? These are not helpful like draws at all, and Kami is not dropping like helpful material. Like, I need a little, dude, I need a little bit of support over here. I need you to toss out some good stuff now and then. It would be cool. I may drop 6-4. We'll see. We could pun 7S 2P. Some different options. We can pun 5S. We can pun 7. Okay. Sure. Yeah, they're trying to steal first from me. Shit. We're waiting on the 5-7. It's not likely, but Dora theory does exist. South drop. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll get lucky. Not lucky. No. If we were lucky, we were lucky. I was like 6M is not a good drop. I just can't bring myself to drop any of these other tiles. It's just too stressful. 1M. East, okay. Bird. Okay. I guess everyone's getting rid of all the character tiles. No one wants character tiles. No one wants character tiles. Seven M is safe. Okay. Richi's dropping all the characters. Richi is not dropping all the characters. Butcha. I'm just gonna try to live. This is just literally like me just trying to live. Please. Yeah, we live. We live. Yeah. Okay, we'll do one more with this group, this table. Yeah, we live. Drop 1M first. I think I might drop red next. Or white. do this. This looks pretty okay. I think we could drop south next. Oof, my posture's terrible right now. Everyone stretch a little bit. Gotta make sure you don't get like a shrimp back kind of experience from sitting. Hung. Drop the 2M. Okay. Yeah, like that. That should work out pretty well. I don't like that at all. We can eat some tiles. I do not like how they how they just did that. That's really annoying, actually. Oh. Are they gonna surpass me? Yeah, they are. They are. Second is not bad for this one. Not bad, I have to say. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna take a little break because I want to like stretch. My back is starting to hurt. I think all of you should stretch too. All of you should stretch as well. And we'll be right back. Like, go get a drink. Go get a snack. If you haven't had your coffee yet for the day, go get your coffee. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I need to stretch. I need to go use the restroom. I need to make more tea. I don't stretch. 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 Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's go and play some more ranked games. Let's play more ranked games, please. Let me enjoy my ranked games. Ah. Nice. Ooh. Need to make sure I'm drinking water right now too. I'm getting a little bit of a headache. Don't know why. Actually, I have a feeling I know why. I think it's because it's allergy season, and I usually don't get affected by allergies too much. But I think they're giving me a headache this year for some reason. Maybe it's because I moved to a new place. I'm not used to the allergens in this particular area. But I am getting a little bit of a headache. Ooh, that's kind of nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's drop east here. Now, this stream title for today, the stream title today did say Morning Mahjong, recounting my favorite first and only Italian restaurant. And so, I'm going to deliver as promised. I did want to talk about like the only Italian restaurant I've ever eaten at, which, and it's like the first one that I ever went to. It's the only one I've ever eaten at. I don't often go out to eat at Italian restaurants or like Western food restaurants. I have to admit that when I go out to eat, it's usually like Asian restaurants. And that's just because like where I lived for a long time before I moved didn't have a lot of like non-Asian restaurant options that were kind of like, it didn't have like fancier like French restaurants. It didn't have like English pub food. It didn't like there was just like a dearth of other types of food that you could kind of get in the area. Except for like Greek and Middle Eastern. I don't count pizza places as Italian restaurants because I feel like American pizza is very specifically like super American. It is not like it doesn't resemble what's in Italy to any particular degree. It's just like a very American kind of thing. But yeah, and when I was growing up as a kid, like my parents we didn't have a lot of money. My mom was in school for a really long time when I was a kid. So, like she was just going through school. She didn't have like the means to take us out to restaurants. My dad didn't have the means to take us out to restaurants a lot. So I just didn't go to a lot of restaurants for a long time. But one day I got invited to a friend's birthday party. I got invited to a friend's birthday party. And it was at my very first Italian restaurant. Now, I have to say, like, I had eaten spaghetti at another person's house before. Like, when I was a little kid, I had a friend. Her family was Indian. They were like Bengali. And she had invited me over to eat with them one time, and they made spaghetti, but I had never had spaghetti before because I only ate at home with my parents, who are of Chinese descent, and we just didn't have money to go out a lot, and we didn't try a lot of other types of foods. So the first time I ate spaghetti, it was at my friend's house. She was Indian. They had made this like giant pot of spaghetti, just like regular spaghetti, like red sauce, meatballs. I think I was maybe like 11. I want to say 10 or 11. I had the spaghetti at their house and I threw up. And that was like my first memory of any kind of like Italian food. I was throwing up spaghetti after eating it for the first time at my friend's house. And it wasn't that it was probably like super delicious because they were really like the family as a whole, excellent cooks. Excellent cooks. It's just I just wasn't used to eating that much tomato sauce. Something about like the quantity of carbs and like no green vegetables. Like, I don't know, it just threw me off, I guess, when I was like 11 or 10 years old, eating pasta for the first time. like non-Chinese noodles, non-Asian noodles for the first time. It just like kind of threw me off. So later on in my life, when I was like 12 or 13, I got invited by a friend to their birthday party at an Italian restaurant, and I was really stressed out and worried because I had I had this like very embarrassing early pasta experience with spaghetti, and the only thing I knew like that was Italian food was spaghetti at the time. And my friend invited me to this party. The Italian restaurant, it's closed now, but at the time, this Italian restaurant was located. It had like it had a couple of different uh openings. It was like a family restaurant, but one of the places this Italian restaurant was located, one of its, I guess, chains, or like one of its, grouping in a restaurant kind of configuration, was in a train station. So like if you wanted to take the train, you would as you were going underground, you would encounter this Italian restaurant along the way to go underground. And my friend was just like, yeah, me and my mom, again, we're 12, so her parents are there. There's like, me and my mom will meet you and the other people who are attending the birthday party at the train station. Then we're going to walk together to the Italian restaurant, which is inside the train station. So we'll just make sure that we walk everyone down there, because I don't think a lot of people know that this place exists. And they didn't. It was an amazing Italian restaurant. First of all, because it was in a train station, like completely unexpected. But when you walked in, all the things that you would expect in a Italian American restaurant were happening in that particular Italian American restaurant. Frank Sinatra was playing. There were like giant pictures of tomatoes on the walls, and pictures of like nonas, like like making some sort of dough. An Italian man in a big chef's hat was like walking around. There was an exposed brick oven fire that was like cooking, various tasty little dishes. It was a sight, and it had a really distinct particular smell of wheat, like flour, like because they were baking their own rolls like on site. And then that song came on that's like, when the moon hits your eyes like a big pizza pie. Like that song came on. It was like out of a movie. It was so strange. And there was like a Matterdy, a concierge right by the door, and they were like, oh, is this the party for so and so's birthday? Like, come this way. It was like an elderly gentleman, like very clean, very like fancy as far as waiters go. He took us to a table, and again, it's a table of like 12-year-olds. We're all wearing like Pokemon t-shirts and in awe that someone's treating us with such reserve and respect, even though we are literally children. So we sit down in the restaurant, and we set this really long wooden table that's actually like one big table that's hewn from what I assume to be the most ancient tree in the world, because it looked hewn. It looked like it had been chiseled out of a ancient tree, some sort of ancient giant tree. And it was a huge table. A gentleman with a mustache and a violin appeared tableside and started to play the violin for us, which I didn't know was a thing that could happen as a child. I was shocked. I was like, there's entertainment during dinner? That's not the TV? Okay. And my friend's mom, who was like conducting this birthday party, was like, okay, everyone, now you can order whatever you want. And she was trying to like teach us table manners at the same time as like she was conducting us to like look at the menu and think through what we wanted. And I didn't know what anything was, because again, like I had very little exposure to Western foods as a child. My parents, like, I think I think my parents had this idea of what Western food was, and they would occasionally try and make it for me when I was a child. But it always came out slightly weird because it's kind of like they're translating ideas that they see from people that they work with, but they don't have the full information about what is in that food idea or that like concept. So I'll give you an example. So my mom used to make me um sandwiches to take to school for lunch, and she was always really self-conscious because she thought like, oh, like, if I make you, they don't have a microwave for one, so I can't make you the kinds of meals where you could microwave them at school. I'm gonna have to make you a cold sandwich, and I don't really know what goes in sandwiches. So my mom would just like, she'd just do her best coming up with what she thought American people put in their sandwiches. So I would go to school with a lettuce and American cheese slice sandwich. Like she would just be like, "This is what they eat. It's got lettuce. There's a slice of American cheese. This is a sandwich. This is what Americans eat." Now my child will fit in. This is it. Uh, it was really cute. Like she had like most of the components of a sandwich, but she didn't understand like there should be like lettuce and cheese is not a sandwich. Kind of is. It kind of is. But it's really funny. I don't know. So we're at the Italian restaurant. I'm trying to figure out what to eat, and I just decide like I think like as a child, I was very good at coming up with a scheme and a plan so that people wouldn't know that I didn't know things. Like again, because if you're I come from an immigrant family. Like we were moving to a country, like you never want to present yourself as not knowing what is the norm in the new cultural milieu that you kind of land in, wherever you land in. So I was trying to pretend to fit in that I knew exactly what was happening. I knew how to order at a restaurant like this. And again, I hadn't been to many restaurants. Like my parents just like we just couldn't afford it when I was younger. So I'm trying to fit in, and like I come up with this plan. I'm like, I'm gonna go use the restroom. And on the way, I'm gonna go look at every other table to see what people are ordering. And that will help me decide what to order at this restaurant to eat. Because they don't have pictures on the menu like they would in at a Chinese restaurant, which is like the only restaurants that I had kind of been to, or like another Asian restaurant. Like there's usually a picture to go with the food so you can kind of tell what it is. So I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna go as I go to the restroom, I'm gonna look around and I'm gonna see what people are ordering. Here's the problem with that plan. When you're like walking around a restaurant and you're looking at other people's tables and you're seeing what they're ordering to decide what you're ordering, it's not like at their table at their plate next to their plate they have like a little sign telling you what that item is, right? So I had excused myself to use the restroom. I was slow walking as a 12-year-old, very slowly down the restaurant, looking left, looking right, trying to figure out what kinds of foods were available at this Italian restaurant because I didn't know what to order and I didn't want to look stupid in front of my friend and my friend's mom because I didn't want to be caught lacking. So I was looking to the left, to the right, and I saw on someone's table that they had a bunch of like it looked like sausages and peppers, and it looked really tasty. It was on top of some pasta with some red sauce, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, the red sauce." Last time I ate the red sauce, I threw up. Um, but I was like, "I'll go with that." Because I know I can eat sausages and peppers, and I can just like, maybe I can kind of like push the pasta to the side if it's like too much pasta or something. Um, but I didn't know what the dish was called. So, I go to the restroom, pretend to use the restroom, I like wash my hands, come out. Um, and then I go back to the table and everyone's ordering drinks. And the mother orders a glass of wine. And then she's like, okay, everyone, order your drinks. And my friend was my friend, who was also 12 years old at this time, was like, we should order non-alcoholic beverages that resemble a mixed drink so that we fit in. She said this out loud as a very like precocious child. So we fit in with my mother, and her mom like snorted wine out her nose a little bit. She was not expecting a child to say that, but my friend was very funny, so she she had said that. And so like all of us like looked at the drinks menu, like the alcoholic beverages drinks menu, and then each of us asked for a different one of these alcoholic beverages in their non-alcoholic state, which made the waiter, who again was this like mustachioed older gentleman, like laugh a little bit. He thought that was very charming of us. I don't know. It was a different era. It's a different era. Many years ago. And so like, you know, he goes on to make all these drinks. I ended up with a Shirley Temple, which I was very happy with. I love like a little raspberry syrup era. Yeah, an earlier era. Again, I'm quite elderly, Oracle. I'm old. So it was a different era in time when children pretending to be adults drinking alcoholic beverages was considered charming and not like a sign of concern. So we have this, and then they bring out like a basket full of rolls, and like I'm just like, is this free? They're like, yeah. And as they're bringing out the rolls, and because this is like for a children's birthday party, again, we're 12, so I think like people think at that age you're starting to transition into becoming an adult, but they were, you know, like it was still a child's birthday party. Alongside the cooked rolls, which were steaming hot, they had just come out of the wood burning oven. There was another basket of raw dough. Now, one of my friends to like my other side, who was at this, immediately picked up the raw dough and bit into it. Luckily, I had known that looks like raw dough. I'm not gonna eat that. We were supposed to take the raw dough and play with it at the table. They had given like raw dough for people to play with at the table, but one of my friends was not like with it enough to figure that out. So I had dodged that mistake, but I did see one of my friends eat raw dough. Everyone else picked up their, you know, dough. It was like pizza dough, you know, it was just like kind of like pizza dough or something, like just some pizza dough for kids to play with, and like started making little shapes. I made like a duck. My friend made a cup out of her pizza dough and tried to pour her fake alcoholic drink into it, and it spilled everywhere. But it was her birthday, so you know, she could do whatever she wants. And then like the waiter brings out a giant salad. Now, here's a thing that you should know about being Chinese, which is we do not eat. It is not often that in a Chinese household you eat raw vegetables, and especially salads. Like cooked vegetables, absolutely. Cooked vegetables, absolutely. A raw vegetable, that's probably riddled with bacteria and some sort of diseases. You're gonna get a tummy ache and you're gonna feel terrible. Why would you ever eat a raw vegetable? That's like the mindset, I think, of a lot of a lot of people with like a Chinese ethnic background, which is different in other places because like in Japan, like people eat salads pretty regularly, and in Korea people eat like cold foods, like raw vegetables, kind of, you know, not actually eat a lot of pickled vegetables, but I feel like, you know, in other East Asian countries of like similar kind of historical cultural backgrounds, like people eat raw vegetables more, but in my family, never a raw vegetable was to be seen. So the mom is watching me move my salad around my plate because I don't want to eat it, but I don't want to seem rude. And I have this technique at restaurants that I've gotten down to a science where, like, if I don't like something, but I don't want to insult the waiter, because I grew up like one of my parents worked in a restaurant for like most of my childhood. They like worked at different restaurants. And I never wanted to make the chefs or the waiters feel bad about their food because my parent had worked at a restaurant. So, and I kind of knew like sometimes they felt a little bad if like, you know, you didn't eat it, or they felt like they'd failed you somehow if they didn't eat it. So I like tried to like I tried to like balance the lettuces in such a way that it looked like I had taken like big bites, but I still hadn't eaten that much. And they had just watched another child eat a raw plate of dough, raw plate of pizza dough, and I was just like trying to not commit any faux pas at this point, just like moving my salad around, even though like everyone else was like munching down on their salads. I was not. I was just eating like bread, and I didn't know what the custom of sharing bread at a restaurant was supposed to be. I was just like, am I allowed to have more bread than others? Am I allowed to have more bread than others? I'm gonna have to. Sorry, I'm like I screwed myself over with this hand because I was like thinking too much about this Italian restaurant. Sorry. Am I gonna have to? Am I gonna have to like? How much bread do we have? So I like again discreetly decided to ask an adult, but I didn't want to ask my friend's mom because again I didn't want to be found like lacking social information that is of import. So I excuse myself and I walk away and I catch the elderly waiter like on the other side of the restaurant, and I'm like, hello sir, and he's like weirded out because I'm a child. Hi, Christine. Hi, I'm talking about like the first first and only Italian restaurant I ever went to. I'm like talking to the waiter. I'm like, excuse me, sir, and he's like, he's like, yes, young child, how may I help you? And and I'm like, oh wow, that was lucky. Some more on that with a success. After I furry tent, amazing. My waiter was like, yes, how can I help you? I was like, about the bread, is it free? And he was like, it's complimentary. I think he was just trying to be like, because, I looked like really confused and quite worried. He was just trying to, tell me, and I was just like, and does the table get more bread if we ask for it? And he like patted me on the shoulder and he was like, you can have as much bread for your table as you would like. It's complimentary. So I got really excited because I was I do not tell stories very well, Oracle, please. I'm telling it in a very haphazard kind of way. I come back to the table and like I've like learned this new thing from the waiter. The waiters are my friend. First of all, they will give me information as I need. I've asked this adult and they have told me information I need. And let's see, I'll drop 6p. And I can continue going to them for more information. So I was just like getting hungry. So I was just like, I'm just going to eat all this bread. I'm just going to eat some bread because I know at least I can eat the bread. First time I ate spaghetti, I threw it up. So that's what they serve at Italian restaurants. They serve spaghetti-like meals. We haven't yet placed our order for our main entrees. We're just getting like the starters that are, again, complimentary apparently. And I start eating the bread. And the man who just had the conversation with me sees that I'm eating like a piece of bread, a second piece of bread. He comes and he brings like another giant basket of steaming hot bread. This time he brings more raw dough for us to play with as well, but he moves it away from my other friend who had taken it and eaten the raw dough immediately. I think probably, wisely, because my friend was not very aware, I think would be a good term to put. They just didn't ever know what was going on at any given time, so they were liable to repeat the mistake of eating the raw dough. And so the waiter puts all this dough out and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna focus for now on eating the bread, because if I can't, I have to eat the meal that is going to come. But if I don't like it, I'm gonna have to do this thing that I'm doing here with my food, where I just move it around to look like I ate a lot, so that I'm not wasting my friend's mom's money, and I'm being like, mindful at this meal. But I don't want to throw up at my friend's birthday party like I have in previous instances where I've tried to eat different types of food. So then the waiter is like, oh, is everyone ready to order? I have like 3 or 4 pieces of bread on my plate. I'm trying to pretend that's normal. I just love bread. And everyone else is pretending it's normal too, because they have like giant piles of salad that they're still working through. And I had remembered the thing that I had seen when I was walking by another table on the way to the restroom. I had like, my plan for figuring out what I could order from this restaurant was just to like I'm just going to describe that thing because, again, the menu that they had given us, no pictures of the foods. It was just text. I didn't know what anything was called. I didn't know what farfalle was. I didn't know what a piccata was. You know, this was pre-internet. We didn't have smartphones that you could look up information about different foods from different from different ethnic communities. Like, we didn't have any of that at that time. So, you know, like, you just kind of had to make guesses, and I didn't want to mispronounce anything. So so we were going around, everyone was like saying random things like, I would like the lobster ravioli. I didn't even know what ravioli was at the time. Again, I was like 12 years old, which is kind of weird. I had never somehow seen a Chef Boyardee ravioli because we had never gone down those aisles in the supermarket when I was a kid. I had no idea what that was. You know, no idea what ravioli was. I was scared of lobsters, so I would never order something like a lobster ravioli. Other people were ordering, you know, like they were just like, you know, going off. They were like ordering all sorts of stuff. They knew exactly what they wanted. One kid was like, I will have the individualized pizza. And I was like, individualized pizza? You're gonna eat an entire pizza? Not knowing that you could get a pizza that was smaller than like a Domino's size, like large pizza. I had no idea. I also had never ordered pizza before. It's weird, right? A little bit weird. But I hadn't at 12 years old. I had not. Ash just said, I don't think I'll ever understand what motivates you to stream at butt fuck in the morning. I'm just awake, you know, like, again, I'm like a morning person. I'm a morning snake. I feel most alive at this hour. I just stream when I want to stream, you know? I just stream when I want to stream. But I'm talking about the first Italian restaurant that I ever went to, Ash. We're thinking about the fact that I was very uncultured for many years. So everyone goes around, they're like saying random words that I've never heard before. I understand the word bow tie. At some point, someone orders bow tie pasta. Primo Italiano, yeah. One of my preteen friends orders a bow tie pasta. I'm like, they're ordering a bow tie? Is this supposed to be fancy dress? Like, you're supposed to do fancy dress or something? I was like very confused about that. And the waiter gets to me and I'm like, maitre d', because I knew what the word maitre d' was. I did not know what bow tie pasta was. I knew what the word maitre d' was. I did not know that was French. So I didn't know that I was speaking a language that was not relevant to the particular waiter, who had become my friend over the course of this afternoon because they had given me some tips. I said, maitre d'. Again, I was a very odd child. Maitre d'. What would you recommend for us? And he like lists off a bunch of things like eggplant parmesan. And I'm like, I don't want to eat an eggplant. And then I was like, you know, I passed it. Could I get and I was trying to like describe what I had seen. I was like, there was a pasta with Italian sausage and peppers, and there was a pasta and it looked like a cylinder tube. And he was like, yes, you know, like he looked very worried for a second, but then he was like, yes, the ziti. And I was like, yes, the ziti. And he said with peppers and sausage and red sauce, and he figured it out for me. So I was pretty pumped. I get the food. Everyone else had ordered off the menu, which was, they had like a child menu section with appropriate children sizings. But because I had described this dish that I had seen that was not on the child's menu, they gave me the adult portion. And it was a mountain of food. And I was already sweating because before I had left for this birthday party for my friend at this Italian restaurant inside a Subway, inside a train station, my mother had very firmly grasped me by the shoulder and she said, like, this woman is paying for your meal and you cannot leave without finishing your food and being grateful. You have to be grateful for the food and you have to make sure you finish it, or at least appear to have finished a majority of it. So everyone else has their like appropriately sized child-sized meal. I have like an adult-sized portion of pasta the size of a mountain. I have eaten like 5 rolls by this point because I had been very hungry, but I had not planned ahead. At least I had not eaten the raw dough, like my friend on my other side, who like had just not brought their glasses or wasn't thinking, and they just grabbed it and ate something. And I had eaten none of the salad, so like I couldn't excuse myself from not eating the main pasta. I hate it when parents do that. Yeah, yeah. I mean, to be fair, like as an adult person now, like I don't blame kids if they can't finish something, but it does. I do feel bad about wasting money, like wasting money, or like not being respectful of someone else's money is like really a concern to me. Sounds like me at Olive Garden. I just destroyed the breadsticks. Yeah, they were complimentary. I thought it was going to be the least expensive thing. And I thought like a dish with just some sausage and peppers and pasta was going to be a lot, kind of less imposing as far as price than like whatever the fuck lobster ravioli was, because I didn't know anything about. I knew that I didn't like lobsters because they looked disgusting. Takeout boxes exist, yeah. I don't know. My mom was very much like a finish your food kind of person. Takeout boxes exist. So I decide like I'm gonna try and eat as much of this food as possible. Meanwhile, more Frank Sinatra is being played, and it's getting warmer and warmer because like more people are coming into the restaurant. They're ordering more food. The brick oven is starting to be used much more. It smells like burning wood. I start getting really dizzy because even as a child, I had a terrible like constitution. I was not strong like other children. I was very weak. I was starting to get dizzy, and the stress was piling on because, as a child, I had an extreme anxiety disorder as well around like social issues. I had like such intense social anxiety that would build up for many years. But this is where my alliance to the waiter was secured at this restaurant was secured for a lifetime. And this is why this is the only Italian restaurant I ever ate at. After this birthday party, I went to this train station Italian restaurant for like the rest of my life when I was living in this part of the world with my parents. The waiter comes up, he notices that I'm distressed, and he says, "Oh, little like young miss, like it seems like we have given you a large portion. I'm gonna go ahead and ask the chef to fix it for you so that it's a better size." And he brings me like a takeout box with half the portion of the pasta and then the other half, and he was like, "Don't worry, you don't have to worry." So this waiter that was there at the restaurant was the world's most thoughtful adult waiter that I had ever had. If I had had any money on me to tip this man, I would have tipped him exponentially. But he could kind of tell, like, I think he kind of knew that I was nervous. And I didn't know what was going on. I don't know how he knew either, like how he could understand at such a level that like this one child was so nervous about doing the wrong thing at this restaurant at this child's birthday party, but he just kind of like knew. It's kind of like in The Shining, when the little boy and like the janitor of the hotel, like he's like, "Oh, you have the shining and I do too, and like we can communicate with each other." Like me and this waiter developed a friendship that day because he had been so kind about answering questions and all these other things, that he earned my lifetime trust. Okay. The birthday party wraps up. I have managed to eat a portion of my pasta without throwing up. It turns out I like ziti. Yeah, the waiter was so nice. I mean, I think like, when you have people in your life who are that kind, like, and they can be strangers, it means a lot when you're just so thoughtful about a child's kind of like anxieties or concerns or their kind of fears. Um, uh, at the end of the night, he's like wrapping everything up for us. He put like a bunch of rolls in this takeaway container that he had made for me in advance, because he had noticed like I wasn't sure about eating the whole portion that I had. And he saw that I'd eaten the rolls. So he'd thrown in like extra rolls. And he was like, next time you come, let me know if there's anything I can help you with. And it was just the nicest thing. And that's why I ended up going to that Italian restaurant so much. It was like the only like restaurant I felt comfortable going to for a really, really long time. Because again, I had really strong social anxiety as like a younger person for a long time, for a really long time, for like an extended series of years. I had like really, really strong social anxiety that made it really difficult for me to go to new places and try new things because I was always afraid of doing the wrong thing or looking foolish or like making mistakes in public. And I used to not even, when I was younger, I used to not even be able to order for myself well into like my late teens. So every time he went after, did you request this waiter? He was like the main guy, so he was always there and he was always so nice. Like the thing is like I have social anxiety, yeah. Yeah, we had this waiter a lot. We had this waiter a lot until the restaurant like closed down like decades later. He always worked that restaurant. I think he must have been like, I don't know, one of the family members who owned the restaurant. He was a really nice man. But I used to like, my mom would be like, "Oh, where do you want to go? That's special." And I would be like, "I request that we go to the the Italian restaurant in the in the train station." And she'd be like, "Okay, we could go." But yeah, I mean, I think it really helps. Yeah, and Oracle, you said I have social anxiety. Yeah, I think social anxiety is really rough. Like for people who don't have social anxiety, like they don't understand to what degree it it can be so hard to speak or ask for the things or talk with people. Like when I talk about when I talk about social anxiety, it's like really like I used to like break out in sweats. I used to like do all these types of different forms of compensation, like the thing like where I didn't want to look foolish by not knowing what to order, for example, while still getting something good to eat. Like and like doing this reconnaissance trip around the whole restaurant, like looking for food as I was pretending to go to the bathroom. Like I would come up with these schemes all the time to kind of accommodate for the fact that I had such extreme social anxiety around doing the wrong thing in public. Um, and that kind of takes a lot of energy that I think like most of the time most people don't realize. Like if you're constantly trying to accommodate for anxiety issues, it's really, really taxing. And there's no other way to deal with that anxiety except like in the case of this restaurant, like hope that someone is kind enough to be aware that you are uncomfortable and to help you, to assist you to feel more comfortable. And that's just like a thing that a very kind um older man like just did out of kind of as his own heart. He could tell that I didn't understand things and I didn't want to ask questions and directly in front of other people, and he just kind of like helped me out. But for most people, I think that's really, really hard. Like how do you get yourself to a point where you can actually kind of function um in society when you even have difficulty asking for help? And that's, I have to say, like, it took a really long time for me as a person, as a snake, to get to the point where I could do things more independently. And I think I had to basically force myself. And I've been thinking about that a lot. Like, I have like nephews and stuff, like younger people that I do some care for sometimes. Um, and it's very apparent to me that they have anxiety issues. They have like, you know, um, they have like various, emotional fluctuations that they go through, and they're growing up in a way that's very avoidant. Like they if they don't like something, they completely avoid doing that thing. And I could understand that as a child, but I think like my parents forced me to do a lot of things I was uncomfortable with um from an early age. Like, going to a friend's house to eat food that I've never had, even if I never knew what that was. Even though they themselves were not very adventurous, they wanted me to be more adventurous and more comfortable doing things. So they would like say like, you might have a good time at your friend's house. You might have a good time at this birthday party at this restaurant that you've never been to. And they really encouraged me to go to enjoy myself and try new things, even if they were scared. I think it wasn't until I was an adult and I realized like my parents were often quite scared of going into new environments because it was really scary for them as like immigrants and non-native English speakers to be somewhere, but they just tried, and I really appreciate that. And I wonder now, like, I really hope that people now feel like they can go out and try new things and do things that are uncomfortable for them, because you don't learn unless you kind of have those experiences. So, if you have social anxiety or something, you're worried about doing things wrong, I think the only thing you can really do is like push through. And if you get something wrong, I think people are a lot kinder to you than you would expect. And they'll usually be quite accommodating, and it's not that bad. But yeah, I really love that restaurant. And I really love that train station because of that restaurant. And I miss it. I miss it now that it's gone, And I miss the kind of service that I had there, and I miss like the friendliness of it. I'm hoping to find I haven't been to other Italian restaurants since. Like I've never eaten at any other kind of Italian restaurant. Like any other like Italian restaurant. That's the only Italian restaurant I've ever eaten at. So I'm gonna try this year to go to another Italian restaurant. Maybe I'll have a similar experience. I don't know why I didn't for so long. The whole time. Oh, hi Garter. Even through college? Yes. I never went to another Italian restaurant but this specific Italian restaurant. And to be honest, Carter, I think you and I went to this Italian restaurant. Maybe it was this Italian. I don't know. It was with someone. It may have been with our other friend. Been stealth here because I have to leave for work in half an hour. Oh, hello. Well, good morning. Hello. Yeah, it's the only Italian restaurant I've ever eaten at. But again, there were multiple locations of the restaurant, but I just stuck with that one restaurant because it was the same everywhere, and it was just like the same experience. You walk in, there's Frank Sinatra, a man with a violin is there for some reason. Giant brick ovens. I just felt very safe there. I haven't gone to other types of Italian restaurants, like other non-that Italian restaurants. They had like 2 or 3 other branches. Did no professors ever take you to, blank blank? No. I never was taken out to a meal by a professor that was like that. I think I was taken out to like I once ate at a Thai restaurant with a professor, but like with a class, but not an Italian restaurant. You got the fancier treatment, I think. Like when we were in the more seminar style classes. Thank you, CS. Yeah, CS department actually has money. Like the departments I was a part of never had any money. Oh, perfect. 3 for 5. Nice. Nice. Also, it's good to see you, Garter. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Yeah. Let's drop 2M here. This is pretty good. So, yeah, that was my experience. Now back to mahjong. I'm really excited for this week, by the way. It's going to be my VTuber birthday on the 4th. And on the 4th, I think I'm going to do a challenge. I tried to get the frozen chicken bakes that Costco used to sell in like these 12 packs, but I couldn't find them in the store anymore. I would take Yasnasa to an Italian restaurant. How? I was gonna go like get some Costco chicken bakes, but I think I'm gonna challenge myself on my birthday on stream while I'm playing my video games to try and eat the most chicken bakes I can. So I'm gonna buy 5, knowing that that is already way too many, and I'm gonna eat these chicken bakes on stream and guess no and describe the experience. Yeah, already you can tell this is a terrible idea. But on the bright side, if I don't finish the chicken bakes, I can always put them in the fridge and eat them again later. And I will not vomit on stream because it's against TOS. So that's my goal for my VTuber birthday, which is on the 4th. What is the 4th? Is that's a Thursday, right? Yeah, on the 4th. So it's not one of those challenges. No, Christine, I can't. I love chicken bake. Yeah, chicken bake is really good. I can't eat that much food. Like, I have a sensitive tummy, and I'm also old. Like, please, I'm doing like we're doing our best. We'll see how many we can eat, and then we'll count, like, you know, like what quantity, how many grams of protein and cheese and vitamins I get out of the experience at the end, because I think that would be really funny. I was also thinking on the 4th, Italian restaurants in Italy are fun too, the home-owned ones at least. I've never been to Italy. I really want to go, but I'm also like so afraid of traveling to that place where I don't know the language. So I feel like I would probably do a lot of like researching or studying up beforehand. You've been to Italy though. That's really cool. Yeah, I want to go. I want to eat pastas now that I know that pastas are safe most of the time for me. Like 80% of the time pastas are safe for me. And then the other 20%, they are very not safe for me. They ruin my life, and they make my stomach hurt really bad. But I love pasta. And I love Italian food. Yeah. So my birthday, we're gonna eat chicken bakes. Let's Get Italian here if you visit this year. Yeah. I probably won't be able to visit this year, Garter. So like Garter and I have been friends for a really long time. And Garter's my mod. I probably won't be able to visit this year just because like because of the moving, I don't have the finances this year, but I'm hoping next year. One time my friends and I were eating late and the owners came to talk to us when they realized we were tourists. It was a good time. They gave us some free limoncello. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, Christine, that's so nice. I love that. I love that so much. I love when restaurant owners are so nice. I think like people who work in hospitality industries, like you have to have a kind of like special personality for that. You know, like if you truly care and you work in a hospitality industry, like it really is quite meaningful, I think. You know, you have to have a certain kind of personality. And I think that personality, like, again, as someone who's very introverted, who has a lot of social anxiety, like that kind of personality is very admirable to me. Very, very admirable. Yeah. But I think for my birthday stream, we'll also do some, I was thinking about it, we'll also do some psychological tests. Some psychological tests so that you can get to know me better. Yeah, same. We didn't expect it, so it was a nice experience. Yeah. That's just very charming, I think. I would love that. I would just love that. Drop the red. Yeah, so I think Thursday, which I believe is the 4th, we will eat chicken bakes. We will take a series of psychological tests. I might play some chill games. Maybe mahjong, just because like I can eat while because this game doesn't require me to like use the keyboard much. You just use the mouse to click things. So I can probably eat while playing. And you're just gonna hear me like nomming on a chicken bake or something. But that's my plan. I'm gonna try and squeeze in more streaming this week as well. So you're probably gonna see me come on whenever I come on. When I have time. I have to admit, like what I've really been enjoying the past couple days, the past week basically, is like playing Stardew Valley off stream. It's been so enjoyable. I've had such a good time like exploring the new 1.6 update. It's been so good. Um, especially since like I'm basically taking a vacation this week. And so this past week I was finishing up a bunch of projects before I go on vacation. So I could, because I'm a contract worker, I'm paid by contract. So I wanted to like save up a little like fund to make up for the fact that I wasn't working this week. So I'd taken up all these like all these extra. It was just like one extra contract to work on. So I was super busy. But now I get like a break from working. So I'm hoping like maybe I get to stream a little bit more. But it's probably going to be at these weird times. It's probably going to be at these weird times. Like I have to admit, like I'm better streaming in the morning or in the late evening, but sometimes in the late evening I like have too many duties because even though I'm not working my crazy job that I had before, where I was like just working all the time. Um like I was working, like I was thinking about work or working all the time. Um ugh, unfortunate. Um I think like I've been freed up to do a lot more other stuff. So, you know, like now instead of working all the time, like I actually take a lot of time to go enjoy myself. Like I've been working on my gardening, been working on planting and potting things, going on lawn walks, working on embroidery projects, like doing a lot more meditation and contemplation. It's been really helpful. And I have to do it because um, I'm trying to work on being a better active listener this year. You know, like I have a lot of, I think like over the past decade of working where I was working in the industry that I was working in, I spent so little time like with actively listening to other people talk about their daily lives that I really want to work on that. So I'm trying to be a little bit more mindful these days. I don't know. Maybe that's just uh ancient millennial BS, you know, mindfulness, but it is something that I want to work on so that I can be more focused and kind of more present with people instead of like, yeah, yeah, small talk. I mean, I think there's some value in it. I think there's value in being good at small talk or being able to engage with people, you know, in a really authentic way, speak with real people in the world. I even started making friends with my neighbors, which is, you know, really nice. It's really awkward though because I feel like I have very friendly elderly neighbors. Like, so I used to work in a place where I was one of the youngest people. Like all my colleagues, all my coworkers were like in their 50s and 60s or whatever. And the neighborhood that I moved into kind of reminds me of my old work in that way because like all my neighbors are like elderly and they're all really nice. It's just like they're all older. And they're really friendly. Like they give me like bread that they've baked or like veggies or like whatever because this is like a pretty like we live close to a city, but the because I live in a really rural area, everyone around here kind of like has known each other for decades. And I basically got a house that's belonged to someone who was really well known in the area. And I knew a family that had kind of like helped me facilitate getting this house and this farmhouse. And so people will like just show up sometimes and they'll just be like, "Hey, how are things going?" Like I knew the guy who used to live here and you know, I think in a previous life I would have been like much more anxious about that and scared, but everyone's just so friendly and I've kind of like forced myself to like think the best of other people at all times that I've been able to have these conversations with these seemingly random strangers about, you know, like farming and how to get started and all these things. And everyone has so much wisdom and they're so kind. Just it makes me feel good. I just kind of want to have those kind of experiences where you um can trust in other people and you can kind of believe in other people to be acting and acting in your best interest and being as kind as they can. I think that's a lovely thing. So I really like the community that I'm living in now. Because everyone is very kind. You are in Stardew Valley now. Yeah, I am in Stardew Valley now, and it's ironic because I play a lot of Stardew Valley while I live through Stardew Valley. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's really nice. I bought some blackberry bushes the other like a couple weeks ago and planted them, and the blackberry leaves are starting to spray. And I bought a raspberry cane. So raspberries grow in these like canes. Oh, website got rid of that. I was meant to keep it. and they're starting to bloom a little bit. This year it's predicted to be an earlier spring. It's supposed to get warmer earlier. So I'm really looking forward to when things truly like bloom. And I'm not looking forward to the amount of pollen because again, like I usually am not affected that much by allergies, but I'm getting knocked down a little bit by the quantity of pollen that is already starting to spread. But I'm looking forward to things. I'll let you guys know because I have all these like grand plans that I scheme, and then I'm just like, am I going to fulfill them? I want to buy more. I want to get maybe not buy because I have like a neighbor who has like a tree sapling business, and I think they would be willing to like share. I have this plan to like get some fruit trees and plant them around. And just like maybe plant a lot more like berry bushes and other kind of like permaculture, um, perennial kind of plants that provide food in that way. Because I do want to live a little bit more in tune with nature. I've got several things planted already, but I'm looking forward to planting more. Looking really forward to planting more. I don't know about this hand. I have to say, I think we're gonna have to Hanitsu it just to make it worth something. Oh, drop the 6Ms. But I'm probably gonna talk a lot more about like gardening stuff as that comes along because I do really enjoy it. I'm also really pissed right now because I have these giant planters in the front of the house that I planted up with um nasturtium, which is this kind of vining plant that produces these peppery leaves that you can eat. They're edible, and these beautiful orange, yellow, red flowers. So I planted all this nasturtium around in these giant planters because I love the way that they look. And I think a feral cat keeps like trying to take a piss in my flower pots because like I get up every morning, I check my flower pots to water them, and they're always like fucked up, like something has dug in it. I'm just getting real mad. So I'm gonna try and see if I can tame this other random feral cat that keeps coming up to my house to mess with my former feral cat, I guess, or stray cat, I guess. Because I think she likes to hang out on the front porch where I have these giant planters. She is not the one who's messing them up. She just likes to lie around and shed everywhere. Do you have deer problems? Yes. I have very bad deer problems. I have very serious deer problems. They're not the deer that are getting in the way, though. Yeah. But there's like feral cats. There's packs of wild dogs. There's packs of wild dogs. Birds, yeah. There's all sorts of critter-based issues in the place that I am. But my main issue right now is that feral cats keep coming to my front door and like peeing in my plant pots, and I have to wage war against them, so they'll stop doing that. I think I might just put tinfoil around them. I think that works. Chipmunks, yeah. Monks of the chip, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna drop this. Yeah, I want to drop red and green. Hmm. Hmm. Let's drop this. Drop south. This is fairly good. No. Oh, what skin is this? This one's kind of cute. It's kind of cute skin. Is that Mirai? Hmm. drop the 2-4 here. I think my only concern with this hand is that I just don't deal in. Because I'm okay with being second. I accept that. I think this person's going for a Hanitsu. It would be a really bad idea to drop one of these dot tiles. I think strategically, the way to go with this particular hand is actually to Tanyao shift and start eating 5Ps or 3Ps if they come up. But it seems pretty unlikely that they will. I think it's probably pretty precarious for anyone to throw out dot tiles at this time. 9P is safe because women just threw out 9P. And actually, I also should be wary. I think Shimo's at endgame. I don't think Kami's quite there yet. But I'm not throwing out any dot tiles until I see this person. I've been doing it. Yep, see, look, David Zuma. What is it? 2P? Yeah. Lucky. Okay. Got relegated to third. Oh, okay, I think that's enough for me for now. I might come on again later today. I might come on some other time and play. But I think that's enough for me for today, for now. Let's go raid Mugen-chan. And just give Mugen a hello, hello. Oh my god. See you. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciated it. Goodbye. Have a good time with Mugen. Bye-bye.